if we talk about the design era movement, it's basically individual artisans or designers that design in the same way. And then there was design schools, like Bauhaus is one of them. Art Deco had a few design schools. Universities will design in that era then. And that all creates a design movement or era. But what you can do is, you're looking at the era, but you can go back and look at the designers in that era and describe their work. I have a little study on their work. So go how the design era started and look at the designers, and then you go back to your era. So you have to find a few designers in your era. Now, I'll just discuss that page that I gave you. I'll go over this quite quickly, especially this bit. And after I've gone over this, I'll grab the book and I'll show you where you get everything. Now, if you want to achieve, you're just going to, the social factors, that one there is in all of the design eras. So you kind of have to say, for instance, what happened in the world in that design era, what materials, what technological processes were at the forefront of that design era. So you guys have to just say what kind of happened around that design era. What was the what happened in the world? Was there a world war? Was there some significant thing that pushes that era into life? So that's for achieve merit and excellence. That's basically just 2 paragraphs explaining what happened in the world. For instance, between the 2 world wars, and people started earning more money and they wanted to buy nicer stuff, but there wasn't all the materials available. For instance, steel after the Second World War, because they used it all to make guns to kill each other. So they had to make roofs that were made out of tar or concrete. So that's Art Deco-ish kind of thing. Then describe the elements that are relating to the function and aesthetics in that design era. This is where most people fall over. So you see they describe. So you just have to say, this era uses geometrical shapes and this and that and that. And I can see pattern and rhythm and stuff like that. But when you want the merit or excellence, you have to explain it. You have to say why that era uses this. You have to say what led to the era uses, and you have to link it clearly to the era. So if you just mention it, it's a cheat. But if you explain it, that's where you move into the merit and excellence. Now this standard stands on 2 legs. The one leg is this research, and the other leg will come later, where we put this into our design. I'm going to let us just do this on a window or a door or something in your little tiny home. I'm not going to let this become the whole tiny home, because it becomes too much if you do it in the whole tiny home. So you're going to use your era as a door or a window on your tiny home. You can repeat the design through the tiny home, maybe a feature wall that's got some elements of that design era in, or something like that. Okay.